Welcome back. I'm just going to play a demo. Just keep digging. So market store and everything else. So it's telling me, it's showing me where I assume where are they? See, now that's better. Progress nothing is. Again, I was just on about. So this is the sort of the third time. This is the third time I've run this. First time it was my fault. I forgot to start recording after 10 minutes. Blech. You know, kind sin of content creator. Yeah, so interaction I would have thought would have been T because interaction talking, but maybe not. Inventory I would have thought it would have been an I because it makes sense for inventory. Cat fine. So yeah, so that's the only thing that I noticed there. Seems to be strange. Soon as I played it a little bit, these coins at the moment, when you start digging, that's what you're going to sell, and that's how that works. Player, I don't know how that works yet. That's your tools, what I've got to dig. And then this quota. That's your category. No, that's your inventory, sorry, and that's your category. My apologies, two different things. And then we have the stores and we have the saloon and that, and I assume in this demo that's why they closed because they're not doing anything. So that's that, right? So the only thing I found, like I said, this is the first time I played it, and I just want to explain that for some unknown reason, it might have been a bug or it might have been something else, but this was just a door and I couldn't get into the mine. So that's the developer to have a look. I'm not too sure about as you can see, the graphics might need to be looked at left and right, but it is a demo. This is what you've got to expect when you see demos. Things are not going to fully work, but the whole point is to get the concept. I like the concept. It's like digging, like in the old 2D digging, where you would get on the snares or something like that, but in a different way. So I like that idea. Somebody's taken that idea and ran with that. So what we do is, if we start digging here, which I've worked out from last time, is I get one stone, and I can go sell that. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to find different minerals, I would assume. Last time I did find limestone, which was really easy to go through. And I did find coal, as you can, where I can see, looking for a different colour. Sometimes the coal does have like the coal over it. And that sort of thing. So depth, how much might be going out? So I can't really see anything in this one. This is unusual. Like I said, on the first play I had lots, but that was my silly problem because I forgot to press the record. So the limestone itself was a light colour, not a white colour, but like a light brown sort of thing. And the coal is obviously black, so you can see the coal, but I can't seem to see anything in this one. So now I'm coming back out. Again, I'm backwards. Oh, that's it. Yeah, I would have thought the graphics would have changed up and down, but not to worry. Again, it's a demo, so you have to see these things in a different light sometimes. Right, so sell. So I got 9 and I got 9, so I'll sell. I assume I need, according to what was before, I need about 50 by Sunday. Otherwise I get some sort of strike. I don't know what the strike does, and I don't know what it means yet. It's just that I was reading it somewhere. I'm trying to get some coal because it's worth a bit more, but I haven't seen any coal in this. It looks as if it's a semi-auto generated. What I mean by that is you obviously have the markets and things there anyway, but this part of the map is semi-generated. But like I said, while I'm going through this, the problem I had was I was just getting the door. I wasn't actually getting the mine, as you can see where I was walking in. I couldn't do anything, so that's why I had to restart it. So that's a question mark with maybe some of the map generation, maybe. So I've got some of that. I wish I could find some coal. I can't seem to find any coal. So maybe I have to just go and do a bit more digging here. Yeah, it's definitely a. Like I said, I like the concept of the idea. Again, it's like, it's all these like city builders and things like that. That it's taking the concept and sort of shoving it on its head, which I quite like the idea of. Like I said, I don't know how long the developer's been developing it. I don't know anything. I just started playing all these. So you have to take that into consideration. And my stupidity. Even though I was, strange enough, I was a coder and a developer anyway for many years. On all sorts of different systems. But again, that's why I tried to help developers, because obviously I was that. I'm not just, I'm not just a gamer, if you like. It's just little things like this. More gap around the cell. Don't make it too big. Doesn't need to be, you need more room. But apart from that, there's nothing wrong with that. Especially because I'm, well, let's say put it this way, I'm getting a little older, and the eyes are not as good as they used to be. So I wish I could find for you some coal. There was coal in the first one, and then there was limestone in the first one as well, but I can't find any. But according to what I'm thinking, I need 50 by the Sunday. So I better get, like, otherwise I don't know what the strike means yet, like I said. But I'm going right into this mine. And you do get, if you find something for the first time, you get like a little pop-up that comes, which is, again, quite nice. So, first time you found this. That's not nice. We should find some stone. Again, it's not to everybody's liking. But I really think it has... I think the concepts are there. Again, it's a demo. And, like I'm pressing down, the graphics needs to change as I'm, and things like that. Oh, I see. Oh, no, it's with a mouse. Why would that be with a mouse? I didn't realise that. My apologies to the developer. But it's with the mouse. But I don't understand why it's with the mouse, because walking like that doesn't... You're using the... I'm using the AWS, so this is superfluous. Or in other words, it doesn't matter. It should be with the arrow key. It should be with the AWS. If I'm pressing down, then the graphics needs to go on that, not on this, because it doesn't really make any difference that, because you're using the mouse to do the others, but not the interaction with the character, because it's not really that. But it didn't feel that way to me. If I'm wrong, then by all means, call me an idiot. Or you can see what I'm saying, because I mean, do you actually need the mouse cursor there? I don't. Well, I suppose you would do, or you could bring it back when you were in the market or something like that. You know, them sort of things. It depends on what, because I've only seen this part. It depends on what else the developer has the idea for. But I like the music in the sense that it's not annoying. You know, if you're playing a lot of these games, which over the years I've played a lot, well, some of them you will want to turn off the music because it gets, after a time you can get so repetitive. That's a good idea to, for any developer, to change the music and go, or almost have the option to put your own music in as a, you know, shove it into a folder and it plays that, you know. I think this is Unity. I'm not 100%. I've not tried that with Unity before. Again, I've made, games on Unity myself over the years. But I know I might be going into development things. But I think sometimes if because of obviously what I've done in the past. Oh, here we go. See now. See, I've got my quota. So I think I have to get the quota by Sunday. So let's just carry on with playing. Yeah. So the cursor I can see now. So the cursor image, but I don't understand what that means for the character because I'm not moving. I'm not moving by that because obviously that's the mining. So you still need something there, but you're actually your WS should be the. If I'm pressing, A, then it should move that way. But I'm not trying to be critical to the developer at all. Just some little notices to see if they agree, fine. If they don't agree, again, fine again. I have no problem. But I think, especially in indie stuff, we have to be a lot more nicer to, if you don't like the concept of the game, then you don't like the concept of the game. That's fine with anything. I like buildy things, One for me, here we go, stone. Coal. So I can show you some coal. Got there in the end. I think one of the greatest games that's ever been made is The Settlers. 2D, brilliant game. Which is on the channel. I'm going to do some more of that. But anyway, I do digress. So here, now we got some. We're going into the coal. Thank God I found some coal at last. So yeah, see there you go. So now, now I've got the coal. I'm finding some coal. It's gone quite deep though. I probably had to go as deep last time, but it was an auto-generated. So there was, it was basically I just had to do that a couple of times, and I could find some. I mean, there's parts that you could add to this. I mean, obviously you don't have any sort of putting any, like wood up to shore up the ceiling, or you know what I mean. That's not. I mean, you could expand it to that sort of thing where you're gonna have to say, oh, if I don't shore this up and go buy some wood, for example, or other things, then it'll collapse, and that could, that sort of thing. So it has potential to all sorts of little things that you could add to this. I know that changed the dynamics of a game, but still. So now I've got that. So see, I got coal. And I get 45 for that. So I'm well into the... So for every... so that means for every 100 I get... so every 100 I get that then. I tried to wait till Sunday and see what happens. Well, yeah, to see, like, the end of that week... Oh yeah, because I went right the way in. So it only seems to be right the way in. Yeah, there you go. What does that mean? Now I need one. Right, so I need a quarter of. So that must mean that is 100 then. Maybe wrong. I'm now 30 into the mine. I mean, you might even be able to, for an example, just the zoom maybe, and it zooms so it's not so. I mean, I'm just running on this on full HD, so I don't, I don't. It's not a 4K or anything like that. So I'm going to assume, again, yes, see that it's to do with a cursor, but I don't, like I said, I don't see what the cursor's any use to do the direction of the character, because you're using the map. You're actually using the AWS. So to me, it just feels slightly superfluous. But I have no problem with it, and I understand why the developers do it. But I couldn't. So like, I'm walking backwards. Oh, eventually it does. Sometimes it can be a bit airy fairy, but like I said, we've got to take it with a pinch of salt in some respects. So if I just let's see if we can get to. I tried to do these demos under the 25 minutes because I think if you sat there, with a cup of tea or you're eating your sandwich at dinner time, and you say, "Oh, what's Pig's got today?" as a demo, I tend to play quite a lot a day, and there's a lot of them I don't bring to the channel because they just either don't seem to work very well, or they might have something where you need multiplayer and there's no players playing. Or I did have one and it is there today, but I like the concept of the game and that's why I brought that. And I do apologise, I'm talking a lot, because I don't normally do, but like I said, I think some games really have the concept, and I think if we don't, a lot of the time, we don't support the indie community with good stuff, with good ideas, it will die. We can't really rely on the big brands to be doing stuff. AAA is fine, but a lot of the AAA's it's not even been very good. I'm a mighty god. Yeah, I found a lot more last time. Find some like not much this time. Is that where my no? I mean, you might be able to. You might be able to have some sort of mini map as well. I mean, that might be because that will tell me where actually I needed to water for this market. Because I thought, oh, it must be that one. No, it's not. Oh, hell's and brimstone. I thought I'd had enough. Yeah. So just like I said, with these all demos that I try and do, I try to keep under the 25-minute mark. These occasionally it'll go over because some games are actually a lot longer. But yeah, so no disrespect to the developer for this. If I'm talking over and playing this game about different things and that, it's just that I'm trying to help people if I can. and to bring their games to more more audience. So like I said, I'll try to play any game if I can, but there's a lot that I do record and I just no, that's not working, or it's not enough for them to see the concept of the game. Which I see people say, oh, that looks a bit boring, just mining the things. There's going to be a lot. You can tell there's a lot more to this game than just doing that, which sometimes is a bad thing if they're not showing it. In other words, like give me a lot of stuff and let me do some other stuff that's sort of so far through the game, because that gets people more interested than just doing it from the start. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. A recent one, I won't obviously say the name because it's a different game, but I had the same thing. There was a huge amount to it. Like, I think there's a huge amount to this. This is why I'm mentioning it. And unfortunately, the developer decided that you were only allowed to play it for so long. And because it had a huge amount of concept to it, you couldn't do a lot in the allotted time. That's why I said 25 minutes is a bit better. But I liked it, and I really wish there was a lot more to it. I'm not saying this is like that, but it could well be like that. There's a lot more to it, and because you're only doing that, you might be missing something. But like I said, I like the... Is that going to be enough now? There, see? So, that's how this works. That's what I was waiting for, hence the reason why my apologies were yabbering like a buffoon. So it's a week. So the Sunday is you need to get enough. So once I get 100 of the bronze, I get one of the silver, or silver and gold sort of thing. There. So I've done the quota, so I could go back and do that again, but I'm not going to do it. But I just wanted to show you. So yes, and you understand this again isn't for everybody, and I'm sure the developer will, that's if he sees it, take this on board. But I like I said, I hope you enjoyed it, and my apologies if there was a lot of talking on there, but I was trying to help and advise, which is what I try and do as well, because I was a developer for a lot of years. So anyway, so bye for now. Hope to see you in the next one. Bye.